Hello trainers, Ganeto here, and today we have a Scrafty team for Open Great League. So Jellicent will lead effectively for all of those Medichams, Deoxys, and of course Glygars that came up against our way, so that the backline can definitely provoke out with double first that fighter out of the way, finish it off then with Jellicent if that is possible, and of course right after Scrafty will most likely have the empty room to finish off whatever remains at the back. So this is a strategy mainly as an ABB team weak to the fighters, and also you can draw out something like a Swampert or an Azumarill, which is always a plus for your Jellicent to finish it off, so that Scrafty then will have no other weakness at the back. So obviously I lost to a couple of teams using double fighting, I lost to one team using double charm, but still overall this team is gonna be one amazing one to use for the open meta of Great League. So over here we're having kind of a rough battle against this Azumarill, but still we can predict the correct move here, the Ice Beam, no Hydro Pump at all, and we can still provoke them to using the remaining energy. Doing so, we can get that Azumarill super low at a point we can easily farm down with Jellicent, and of course right after we have a lot of energy to spare. At the back they have a Leaky Tank, and guess what trainers, they also have a Steelix, which means that we can absolutely do a lot of solid work with our punches. Here comes now the return of the Steelix, not gonna block anything, instead I will try to completely farm down with my counters, and of course now by resisting a lot those leaks we can definitely make them top left this battle to start off the video in a positive tone. Into the next one now, and we're having Gligar up in front. So this one big reason that I enjoy Jellicent. A lot of trainers tend to use Medicham, Deoxys and Gligar like we have already said, and of course the typing that Jellicent is having in combination with its moveset means that we can have most likely a very good lead scenario most of the times. Anyways, now on the switch we're met up with a Leaky Tank, and here I can definitely bring into the battle my Scrafty. So Scrafty can easily tank those moves while still rely on its finishing off abilities. So as it seems here we can easily farm down with the counters, get out of here with a very good amount of energy stored up, and right after we're gonna throw the double foul play if that is possible. Of course it is gonna be a CMP, but hopefully we can win the first one, and now we can go down after we get that shield advantage. At the back they have a Sandslash, so their plan was to use the Leaky Tank to draw out the fighter, but instead we have a pseudo fighter on the face of our double with those double kicks. So able to get now another very good switch in with our Scrafty over the Sandslash, and after we get hit by one move, no reason to block or anything, we can still farm down effectively. So Scrafty here can always be kinda tricky to a lot of Pokemon, and as I can see here they have a Pokemon like Swampert which returns into the battle, and of course one foul play will most likely seal the deal up against them. So I'm just gonna sacrifice a shield, otherwise I would not do it, and right here I expect them to not shield at all because they're getting super low. Perhaps I think we're gonna get to the power up punch, but instead I will throw the foul play and one more right after for the Sableye. We can rely on our Scrafty even more here because as it seems we're getting super low, but still we can reach to our final move. They were expecting the foul play, but we know better, and we're just gonna have the upper hand no matter what happens right after, because we can definitely threaten them with a Shadow Ball. They can absolutely finish us off with a double foul play, and I will just let my Pokemon go down because I know that I have my double which can resist by a lot those Shadow Claws, and even one foul play or a return will not bring us that low, keeping that shield alive, and of course with a payback here we can absolutely grab this victory. Into the next one now with a Magneton up in front. So a lot of electricity today in my battles. I don't know what was happening. Did someone showcase those Volt Switchers out there? Because I was having all kind of electric types up against me. Even an Heliolisk on the Great League format, Magnezones, Magnetons, and even Ampharos. We're gonna see in a while what I mean. So anyways, here we're having now Cresselia, and of course payback here is gonna do so much damage on this Pokemon. However, Cresselia is still bulky and it can take those hits. I have to sacrifice here a shield in the process, but I decide to let it go because I have the shield advantage. Doing so, I can easily sacrifice the shield for my Jellicent and then complete the farm down, but my opponent knows better and want to come into the battle with a Volt Switcher on the face of Magnezone, able to get to those moves pretty fast. I know I can tank one, but definitely not a second. I'm getting super low here, but I have a good feeling about the outcome because I have my Jellicent alive and well at the back. back, while Scrafty here can easily finish off Cresselia. So at the back there is gonna be a Pelipper, and hopefully here we can reach to that final foul play before going down. So Pelipper is a neutral threat to my team, and all I have to do at this point is to predict the correct move. It is the Weather Ball, so very good call I believe from my part, and right after we have the double surf, which might be kinda clutch in that range of HP. So let's see together, trainers, can we do it? No, we cannot. 1 HP remaining on the Pelipper. We just needed one more turn to guarantee that win, but we cannot do it, and we're gonna fall down before we can farm with that final hex. Anyways, well played to my opponent here. That was a very close loss, and now right straight ahead into the next one with a Magnezone up in front. So this Pokemon, this is what I was telling you about. I decided to lead with my Jellicent, and I was having all kinds of electric types up in front. I don't know what triggered that. That is so weird. Just write down in the comment section if you have faced a lot of electric types as well lately, the past 2 days, because yeah, this is keep happening. So anyways, having now the Pelipper able to finish off my double, doesn't matter at all. We have still provoked out of there that Pelipper, but still they know better, able to come back in there with their Magnezone, and of course we can easily farm down. It makes me think that they know my strategy here with the double fighting, but still, who knows, able to get now into the battle, return to the battle with my Jellicent, and I have to predict here the Weather Ball like we did before. Unfortunately, we're not gonna do that. This is the Hurricane, but still we can farm down, taking our blood back from that Pelipper from the previous battle. From a one Pelipper to another, let's see what we got here, and yeah, Pelipper is all over the internet because this Pokemon is pretty good overall. So Shadow Ball for big damage on this Pelipper. Everyone is playing their Pelipper pretty weirdly lately, so I'm just gonna block the first move. It ends up being the Hurricane. Some people tend to block most of the times, but I had a feeling that this is gonna be a Hurricane, just a hunch. I don't know what triggered it. Anyways, then switching out to my double, and I know that I can survive even a Hurricane at this range. So able to reach here to the Body Slam to draw out in the process that Medicham. And right after, we're just gonna return into the battle with our Jellicent. I know that we are both in a pickle here, being even on shields, but still I have the upper hand because Medicham might actually be out of the way, and with that Pelipper severely hurt, perhaps now we can finish them off with our Scrafty. As it seems at the back they have a steel type Pokemon, so yeah, this is gonna be absolutely amazing for us. Into the next one now with a Cofagrigus up against us. So remember this one. So they need 7 of those Adoclos to reach their first move, and I was waiting a little bit after my 4th Hex, and this is mainly because I want to catch the move on my double, and in doing so we can also have a very good battle against this Togekiss with Togetic actually, which is pretty good news for me since now I have put it out of the way so that my Scrafty can absolutely handle whatever remains at the back alongside their lead Pokemon. So anyway, Shadow Ball here for big damage. It is gonna connect. Look at that, absolutely wonderful, and right after we can easily farm down. So what did I tell you before? Another electric type. What is happening? So anyways, we can grab the shield, and right after Steel Pressure for that next surf, which is gonna do a lot of damage to be honest. And right here they have the Cofagrigus. You know what, a pure foul play can absolutely do the trick up against this Pokemon. They can still survive, but at what cost? I mean, we can resist pretty much anything they throw, and of course in the process we can still go ahead and farm down with our punches. Power a punch as well to grab that boost towards our side, and of course with 2 shields remaining, I believe that getting the farm down is more than easy at this point to close this video with an epic battle with our Scrafty as our closer. So that is gonna be all, and thank you for staying till the end, trainers. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and please consider subscribing to my channel because more than 70% of you haven't subscribed yet, and that is kind of a big bummer. Thank you for watching once again, trainers, and for staying till the end. And of course I have 2 videos for you to check out, so feel free to do so, and I will see you all into our next upload.